Yeah, I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of My Thoughts. This is My Thoughts 156, and it's a weekly wrap up. So I'm gonna briefly go through what we did um, during the week, and then I'm gonna give you two Bible verses. And a lot of people have a problem with my shorts. They get into the comments, and now I don't know if they're thinking that I'm making this stuff up. They haven't misunderstood that what I'm saying is what I'm saying. I only talk about Bible scriptures and what the Bible has said. I don't need to make nothing up accusing the Bible of anything because the Bible is a book in itself that's horribly written. The book should be taken to the nearest garbage can. Simple as that. It's oral tradition. This is what it's based on: oral tradition, mythology, allegory, and fiction. Nothing in it is real. Nothing is based on realism, in fact. Nothing. So, Monday, I did In Need of Correction. Was a young man on there telling me this is the white man's world, man. It's the white man's world, so forth and so on. Okay. Tuesday, I did a Bible verse. I believe it came from Romans 15:13 that said, God is a God of hope because that's what you're going to need when you continue on trying to put all your um, spirituality in a God, a man made God. You're going to need hope, faith, belief, and wishes. Okay. Wednesday, I gave you another Bible verse about how God murdered a couple over a real estate deal. They deceived and said, hey, we sold it for this amount of money. And they brought the rest to the apostles. And the Lord murdered them right there, husband and wife. Okay. I believe their names is Sapphira and Ananias. Okay. And then on Thursday, I brought Khalid Muhammad, the great warrior ancestor from the Nation of Islam formerly. Then he went to the new uh, Black Panther movement because, see, he wanted to really be with people. He wanted to mobilize and be with people who really believed in Black nationalists. See, Black nationalism. I'm sorry. That's what he wanted to do. If it meant separatists or killing somebody or dying for the cause, that's what Khalid Muhammad wanted to do. And he could not achieve that being a part of a shucking and jiving, shoe shining, uh, Uncle Tom, Benedict Arnold group like the Nation of Islam. So this coward of a man, Minister Farrakhan, a lot of you might love and respect him. I don't. He um, silenced Khalid Muhammad. He silenced him for so many days because of the college incident. He spoke at the college about the Jewish community and it went widespread. They wrote about it in the newspaper. So he silenced him. He had to do the politically correct thing and silence him. This is the same thing that happened to Malcolm X when the so-called honorable, he's not honorable, Elijah Muhammad silenced Malcolm X when he spoke about JFK. So these two great warrior ancestors and generals met the same faith by two cowards of men who people deem honorable. Elijah Muhammad did the exact same thing to Malcolm, silenced him when he wanted to be too rebellious. What did this coward of a man, Farrakhan, do to the great warrior Khalid Muhammad? He silenced him because he wanted to be too rebellious. See, you don't start a fire and then when it get out of hand, you say, oh man, well, I didn't mean to start that fire. If you start a fire, that's what it's going to do, burn. So we did that Thursday on Ancestor Speak. Rest in peace to the great Khalid Muhammad, the great Malcolm X. And today is the weekly wrap up. So I'm going to give you two Bible verses. And every time I give Bible verses, people think that I'm just coming out here and putting forth this information into the world. These Bible verses are in the Bible. That's where I get them from. And I bring them up and give my thoughts and opinions and scream them. That's what I'm supposed to do as a Bible reader. I can say, hey, what's going on here? You might call it handpicking or nitpicking, scrutinizing. I'm supposed to do all that to a person that put something before me and said, this is a book from God. No mistakes in it, pure book. You can find nothing better than the Bible. And we're taught that this God, the Bible, is all omnipotent. That means he's always powerful. He's omnipresent. That means he's always, you can't leave his presence everywhere. When you go in your closet, he's there. See, when you go way to the UK, overseas, if you're in the United States or vice versa, if you come to the United States from overseas, United Kingdom, wherever, he's there. He can see everything. You can be up in an airplane. He's right there. He sees you. You're with him. But I'm going to show you that that's a lie with these two Bible verses. This Lord is not omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipowerful, omniscient, knows everything. He doesn't know any of this stuff. I'm going to prove it to you. Okay. Now, these Bible verses, you can go find them. This is the King James Version. The first one is Genesis 11. I believe that's what that is. Let me look at it on this side. It makes it smaller for me over here. So Genesis 11. This is here what you say. See, Genesis 11 and 5. This is pertaining when the people start building the Tower of Babel. What did this Lord say? That's all powerful. He was already there, but something's going on. That's a contradiction. He couldn't see it well. So what did he say? In Genesis 11 and 5, it says, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. So he had to come down. The Lord said, hey, man, you know what? I got to go down there and check it out. I beg your pardon. This is how the story goes now. The Lord said, let me go down there and check out what they done done. He couldn't see it from where it was at. This Lord of all the world, present everywhere, could not just say, man, stop them from doing that. Looking at them with a clear, because this is how we're told. He should have seen them like a microscope, stop them from what they're doing. He didn't have to come down to do anything. But this verse here says that he wasn't always all over the place. See, to get a better look, he had to come down like a regular man, because God is a man. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. Okay, let's go to the next one. He's not everywhere at all times. He had to come down to stop him from building the Tower of Babel. Here go the second one. Okay, Job 2:7. This says, so went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with some boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown of his head. So this right here said, so went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord. That must have been a hell of a trick that the devil just did. How can you leave the presence of a man who's everywhere? He's here right now with me. This is the way the Bible pushes it. So how in the hell in Job 2:7 did Satan leave the presence of God and go to where Job was and put boils all over his body? That's what it says right here. You can never leave the presence of an omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent being, because everywhere you go, he's right there. So again, us contradictory verses, contradictions all around the Bible. You was taught as a child that this Lord can see right through the ceiling. So when you're in there freaking with some superb freak, he can look right through the ceiling and see you chewing that lady's underwear. For all you crooked Christians out there, it's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. This is what I do. And I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I ask some more to it. I didn't make these verses up. I gave you these verses to show you that it's a contradiction in the Bible and in the whole understanding of God. God is always there, always with everybody. He can see what you're doing. He see you naked. But that's not true. Genesis 11:2, I believe, I just read it. He had to come down and see the Tower of Babel and stop him. He had to come down and do that. Then Satan was in the Lord's presence and he left the Lord's presence. He walked away because the Lord ain't nothing but a man. So once he left his presence, he couldn't see him no more. That's like if I have a visitor and somebody leave my house. That's it. He left my presence. That's what the Bible says about this God that's supposed to be all powerful. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching. And remember, education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon, pick up some knowledge. Okay, yeah. See y'all next week. Thank you for the likes, subscribes, and the shares.